So World has just released a detailed breakdown of what the 5D metaverse gameplay is going to look like, as well as 11 minutes of actual in-game footage, so we get a sneak peek of what's to come. With the game just under a year away from release, the question is, will it live up to the hype of being the closest thing we have to Ready Player One's Oasis? Let's find out. Now, I've spent the last few days combing through every detail of this 50-something page document so that you don't have to, and I'm going to be covering everything in it. From pink slip racing to secret quests, racetracks, how to earn money by playing the game, designing your very own NFT avatar from scratch, showing how AI is being integrated into the game's characters, as well as reading through the World comic book. Oh, and make sure to stick around until the end where I reveal how you can be one of the first players in Wiami once the game is officially released. And don't worry, it's definitely sooner than the next GTA.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck!
Before we begin, my name's Abaid, welcome to the channel. Make sure to grab some popcorn and smash that subscribe button, because this is part 1 of my 2-part World series, and what you're about to hear will change your perception of gaming forever. World is a massive multiplayer game with a mega-scale persistent universe. This means that every player's actions will affect the gameplay and environment around you, as everyone shares the same map, meaning you get one universe with no load screens, no duplicate worlds, and no regional servers, making World one of the first games to usher in a new era of metaverse gaming. With the map of the game spanning 1,024 square kilometers, making it 13.5 times larger than GTA, you won't be running out of new places to explore anytime soon. To get you started, you will be designing your very own 3D avatars from scratch, using World's game-ready custom creator tool. This will grant players a wide variety of customizations, from hairstyles and facial features to outfits and accessories that plugs directly into World as your personalized avatar. Sounds pretty cool, right? Well, the first 9,999 created by the community will be used to form a collection called the Wilders, which will be released later this year. Blending together the use of AI and Unreal Engine 5, the Wilders will be defined and created by the community. At the end, each player mints their very own avatar onto the blockchain, with each NFT boasting different levels of rarities depending on your design. So looking cool in the digital world might come with some perks too. I hope you've got a good sneaker game, because you're gonna need it. Now that you've got your very own avatar sorted, you're going to want to hit the streets of Wiami and enter into one of the very first phases of World's gameplay loops. The first one, set to be released later this year, is Midnight in Wiami, which will have up to 6 different types of racing. If you've got the balls to compete against other races for their highly coveted NFTs, then step right up. Here you will go toe-to-toe with one another in a winner-takes-all type street race. Win and you've just secured yourself a sweet new ride worth thousands of dollars. Lose? And you'll probably regret having ever made that decision. So when you hear that some crazy Wilders are out on the streets of Wiami racing for pink slips, you are not going to want to miss out. Now, if pink slips are too high risk for you, then putting your wild tokens on the line may be the next best thing, if you've got some cash to splash. Now, I'm expecting this to become the most popular type of racing in Wiami because it's probably the quickest way for you to make some money in-game. So you might want to stock up on some tokens and fasten your seatbelts. Of course, if you don't want to put anything on the line, then you can simply race for experience points, as your in-game character will need this in order to level up and explore different areas of the map. Ideally, this can also double as a way for you to improve your racing skills before you go full Dominic Toretto and put everything on the line.
You never had me. You never had your car.
The more cultured racers, however, will have the option of partaking in a circuit-style tournament, which will have a leaderboard rating the best drivers in town. So you get to scout out your competition ahead of time. On top of this, you will also have a seasonal Formula 1 styled racing event, which will be hosted in Wiami over the course of the year, with all 6 of these racing types being released in the following phases. So no matter what you're good at, there will be plenty of options for every type of player to enjoy the city of Wiami, whether you're racing for business or pleasure. So you've got your avatar sorted and you've just joined the racing scene in Wiami, but how exactly does the game work? Well, the game will run in seasons, and players will need to complete the seasonal tasks given to them by the game in order to progress. Progression will result in rewards, coming in the form of experience points, NFTs, tokens, and much more. These seasonal tasks do not come with any time constraints, so if you do happen to miss out on one of the first seasons, you will always have the option to go back and finish it when you possibly can. Now I'm expecting these quests to mimic the ones we've seen in Ready Player One and give players the chance to collaborate on their in-game experience. If you're wondering whether or not you need to pay to play the game, then the short answer is no. Nor do you need to own any NFTs in order to enter Wiami. You can choose to roam around the city, explore the area, and take in the scenery. You even have the option of getting yourself some temporary wheels if you like, such as a skateboard, a scooter, or even take the bus around Wiami. Players that choose not to invest in the game will still have the option of building themselves up, starting with nothing. For now, with Midnight in Wiami being the very first phase of the game, you just need to focus on being the best driver around and knowing your way around the city. Now keep in mind that time is very important within Wiami, as you will need to be on a high alert in order to catch certain races or compete in certain quests. Quest stations have therefore been specifically set up in central zones throughout Wiami, with multiple exit points that will lead you onto the main highways. Using the game's proximity chat, I expect way stations to become a great social spot for like-minded individuals who are up for a challenge or simply looking to set up a team. The social aspect of these stations will prove to be vital, as it will increase the sense of community within the racing scene, sort of like a racing lobby where you get to meet everybody.
Are you crazy? You're fucking paranoid, you are fucking, you bloody.
Now there are some notable improvements needed to be made to the game before it's released, so you can definitely expect to have a smoother and more realistic driving experience as the game's developed. Some notable additions to the driving mechanics is the ability to crash and damage your vehicle, with the team adding real-time physics to the damage of cars. On top of that, real-life traffic systems have also been implemented into the game with the use of AI, so the amount of traffic will vary throughout the day depending on what time it is. The same thing applies for the sidewalk, as the city will be populated with diverse entities such as gens, wapes, beasts, and much more, giving life to the city of Wiami. So make sure you don't schedule a race during peak hour traffic, or you might make it tougher for yourself. Of course, if your car is loud enough, everyone should hear you coming on, as the game has dynamic sound added to the vehicles. This gives your car realistic sound effects, as it will reflect off of your surroundings depending on where you are or what terrain you're traveling on. Now if cars are not your thing, Wiami does have a lot more to offer than racing, with a variety of explorable and interactive places for you to socialize in. So far we've been given a breakdown of two key areas, in which all of the buildings are open for exploration, unlike some other games. We start things off at the Hideout, the most exclusive underground hangout that is a private network of garages located throughout the island. To get in, you would need to have a membership, which comes with a bunch of perks. Some of the benefits include secure underground parking, access to private car tuning, exclusive clothing shops for in-game and IRL merch, as well as private lounges with 2 times the benefits for NFT staking when it does go live. Upon leaving the hideout, you will exit towards the boulevard, based on the iconic Miami South Beach. Here you will find cultural events such as street races, shopping, nightlife, and even a theme park with a host of key locations situated alongside it. Neon Kwan is a place where all the serious gamers will meet up, as it will be filled with a variety of equipment stores. Here you will get to fine-tune your vehicle before a race, as well as purchase and upgrade your weapon systems before heading out into the wild. Now Wiami also has a more laid-back and luxurious, slower-paced side for you to explore. The Promenade is the first commercial shopping district in Little Meow, offering curated shops from a selection of vendors, artists, and creators with a particular focus on digital art and fashion. Here you will be free to lease space and set up your very own shops to sell both virtual and IRL goods, shopping for things such as kicks, sunglasses, hats, clothing, and gameplay accessories. The Cube, Wiami's very first official residence, a fully customizable apartment suite that you are able to renovate to your design needs. The apartments all come equipped with its very own underground parking garage and provides easy access to many of Little Meow's top amenities. Having been the very first real estate to go on sale in Wiami, these hot properties will definitely be the most sought after places to live in once the game goes live. So if you want to make a good first impression, the Cube is the place to be. Now personally, my favorite part about Wiami is the significant effort that the creators have put into creating a back world for the story. Also, I'm a sucker for comic books and I absolutely love them. The following comic introduces two characters into the world of Wiami, with one of them being revealed for the very first time. Let's check it out. We kick things off with Frank Wilder riding off into the mountains following the coordinates given to him by Freedom. As he dashes off on his motorcycle, he contemplates just what he might be getting himself into. Upon reaching the end of the road, he stumbles across a cave. Curious about what it might hold, he makes his way through it, trusting his senses, when suddenly he stumbles upon a door with ancient code written all over it. He knew he was in the right place. Before he continues, he gets a flashback to a conversation he had just hours earlier. For the first time, we are introduced to Leona, a sleek athletic bike rider with her eyes on the prize. Frank debriefs her on her brand new Wilder bike upgrades that will give her the edge over her competition. Frank then hands her another device, one that his father bestowed upon him. His father, who seems to have been some sort of genius. Frank assured her that he will be in communication with her throughout the race and that she has nothing to worry about. Leona and Frank then gear up for the race, all locked in and ready to win. The announcer introduces everyone to the race, with the first rider on the track being Leona, as the comic comes to a close. Now there's a lot more information in the devlog that I did leave out purely because I'm going to be covering it in a lot more detail in the second part of my series. It's mostly got to do with how the game was designed and which software applications were used to build out the city. I'll be sure to link it in the description below so you can check it out if you want. If you'd like to support my channel by purchasing some Wilder World tokens whilst they're still on discount, you can do so over on KuCoin using my affiliate link. From this, you will receive a discount on your trading fees. Now, part 2 of this series is going to be a lot more in-depth with regards to everything I just covered, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notification bells turned on so that you do not miss out. I've been Ubaid, thank you so much for watching, I'll see you in the next one.